Hello and welcome to your yoga flow class. Today we're going to focus on warming up the body, getting up and moving around with movements that flow in and out of one another, and then coming back down to the mat to relax and finish off our practice in Shavasana. We'll also begin our practice in Shavasana. So coming down to lying flat on the back, on the mat. Legs are long, arms resting down by the side of the body, palms facing up. Spine is long, head rests on the mat. And begin to bring the awareness to the breath. Taking notice of the breath flowing in and out of the body. Taking this opportunity to recognize and become aware of the flow of breath. Perhaps you notice the breath is deep and rhythmic. Or perhaps you might notice that the breath is sparse or sporadic. Just taking note and simply bringing the awareness to the breath. Feeling the belly rise as you inhale and lower as you exhale. Feeling the breath come up through the chest, through the belly, and exiting through the chest and emptying the belly. And seeing if you can't further deepen or bring in more oxygen by breathing into that belly, bringing the breath up through and into the chest, and then taking a little bit more breath up into that neck collarbone area. And releasing from the collarbone, emptying the chest, the rib cage, and softening the belly. And whenever you are ready, bringing the feet to the mat, bending the knees, and hugging the knees into the chest, interlacing the hands, the fingers over the shin or the knees, and gently beginning to rock side to side. Massaging that low back area. If it feels good for you, you can move the knees in a circular direction. This is going to help pinpoint that low back sciatic area. And alternating circles if you're circling the knees around. And when you're ready, bringing the feet to rest on the mat. And once again, bringing the legs out long. Taking a deep breath in. And as you exhale, bringing the right knee into the chest, interlacing the fingers over the knee, and coming up off the shoulders, bringing the nose to knee. Pausing here for a moment. Inhale, lowering the leg and the head and the shoulders back down. Taking a breath in. And as you exhale, coming up, bringing that right knee into the chest. Inhale, lowering the head, shoulders, and knee back down to the ground. Taking a breath in. And as you exhale, coming up one more time on that right knee. And inhale, lowering it all down. Taking a moment to reflect on now the right side of the body and the left side. Taking a breath in, and as you exhale, bringing the left knee into the chest, interlocking the hands over the knee, and coming up off the shoulders, knee to nose. Inhale, bringing it down, and exhale, coming up. Inhale, coming down, and exhale, coming up one more time. And inhale, bringing it down to the mat. Legs are long, hands by the side of the body. We'll come into a gentle twist by bending the knees, bringing the soles of the feet to the mat, interlacing the fingers underneath the head. Taking a breath in, and as you exhale, dropping the knees to the right side of the body while gazing over towards the left side of the body. Feeling that stretch through the spine, into the shoulders, and down into the tailbone. Inhale, coming up to center, bringing the heads and knees to center, and exhale, twisting in the opposite direction. And inhale, bringing the head and the knees back up to center, hugging the knees into the chest, getting a nice stretch once again in those hip joints and hip flexors. And however is comfortable for you, making your way up into a seated position. So you can either sit cross-legged or on the knees. We're going to complete a couple rounds of Tadasana to open up the shoulders and warm up the arms. When you're ready, interlacing the fingers, palms facing down. As you inhale, inhale the arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, letting go of the hands and allowing the hands and the arms to drop down to the side of the body. Inhale, interlocking the hands, rising the arms and the hands up. And exhale, letting it go, bringing the hands and the arms down to the side of the body. Inhale, arms come up. And exhale, arms come down. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale up. And exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Coming on to the hands and knees into a tabletop position. Doing a couple cat-cow moves here to warm up that spine. As you inhale, filling up the belly, tilting the head and the tailbone up to the sky. And as you exhale, arching the back, tilting the chin and the tailbone in towards the chest. Inhale, filling the belly, tilting the head and tailbone up. And exhale, arching the back, bringing the chin and tailbone into the chest. And completing a couple more rounds here with your own breath. Coming back to a neutral spine, we'll do a couple tigers before we get into our flow practice. So this time, as you inhale, lifting that right knee and foot up into the air and gazing up with head. As you exhale, bringing that knee in, chin into the chest. Inhale up. And inhale, chin to knee. Inhale up. And exhale, chin to knee. Bringing that knee back down to the mat. You can move the hips around if that feels good for you. Getting ready to now come into the other side. As you inhale, lifting that left knee, left foot up into the air as you gaze up. And exhale, chin to knee, chin to nose. Inhale up. And exhale, chin to knee. Completing a couple more rounds here with your own breath. When you're ready, coming back to a tabletop position, the hands and the knees grounded into the mat. Grounding into those hands and pushing back into the toes, coming back into a downward facing dog. Pushing the weight into the hands so that you can lengthen the sits bones up and back into the air. Feeling that stretch and elongation through the arms and through the legs, feeling that strong back. As you inhale, raise that left leg up to the sky. And as you exhale, stepping it through the hands, lowering the right heel down to the mat in a 45-degree angle-ish. Inhale, coming up into Warrior One. Arms can be up in the sky or down on the hips, whatever is comfortable for you. Lunging into that left knee. Making sure that the knee does not track over the toes to protect the knee and the ankle. Breathing naturally here, allowing the breath to deepen and focusing on that breath. As you inhale, bringing that back foot parallel to the back of the mat, bringing the arms out, front and back, leaning into that left knee, gaze over the left fingertips for Warrior Two. Focusing on that breath. If the heart rate and breath is increasing, taking a deep breath in, and as you exhale, restricting the throat just a little bit so that you can hear a slight hissing or snoring noise. That's going to help to moderate the heart rate and support the breath in becoming more manageable. As you inhale, dropping that back hand down the back leg, straightening the left knee, and coming back over into triangle pose or into side angle pose. Feeling a nice stretch through that left side body, from the foot up the torso, into the arms, and extending through the fingertips. Taking a breath in, and as you exhale, lunging back into that front knee, coming into warrior two with the arms in front and behind the body. Exhale, bringing that left elbow to the left knee, bringing the right hand up to the sky. The gaze can either be up towards the hand or down towards the mat. Inhale, coming back up into warrior two. Inhale, warrior one by moving that right foot into a 45-degree angle. Exhale, bringing the hands down to the mat and stepping that left foot back into downward facing dog. Coming down onto the knees and pushing yourself back into child's pose. Inhale, pulling yourself up into tabletop, grounding down into those hands, coming onto the tips of the toes and pushing yourself into downward facing dog. Inhale, the right foot and leg comes up into the air. Exhale, stepping that right foot through the hands, placing that left foot down on the mat in that 45-degree angle, and coming up into warrior one, bringing the arms up into the air. You can bring them to your hips if elevating the hands and the arms above the head is too much, and sinking into that right knee. Being careful that the knee does not track over the toes, making sure you can see the toes in your lunge. As you inhale, coming into warrior two, back foot is perpendicular with the mat. Arms are long in front and behind the body. Gaze is over those right fingertips. Exhale, dropping that back hand down the back leg, arching the top arm up and over, straightening that front leg, getting a nice stretch through the front leg, up the side of the body, up and over the arm to the tips of the fingers. Gaze is looking back at that back foot. Inhale, coming back into your warrior two. And exhale, lunging into that front knee. Inhale, resting the right elbow on that front knee, bringing the top arm up into the sky. Gaze can be up at the hand or down towards the mat. As you inhale, bringing the body up into warrior two, and exhale, lunging into that front knee. Inhale, repositioning that left foot into warrior one. Exhale, bringing the hands down to frame that front foot and bringing that foot back into downward facing dog. Knees down to the mat in tabletop. And coming back into child's pose, resting the buttocks either on the feet or on the mat. Head rests on the mat, or the forearms can come together and the head rests on the forearms. When you're ready, coming up into a tabletop position and making your way back down to Shavasana. Bring the feet onto the mat, bending at the knees. Left foot remains planted, bringing the right ankle over that left knee. Opening up the hips here, if you'd like, you can place the right hand on the right knee and push it away to deepen that stretch. Or if you'd like, you can reach the hands through, interlacing them over that left shin, bringing that left knee, left leg closer to the body. As you exhale, gently lowering the leg and the foot back down to the mat, uncrossing the leg, and windshield wipering the knees from side to side. As you inhale, bringing the knees up to center, grounding down in that right foot, placing the left ankle over the right knee, and coming into your expression of figure four. Either staying here, applying some pressure on that left thigh, or interlacing the hands through and onto that right shin. As you exhale, placing that right foot down to the mat, uncrossing the leg, windshield wipering the legs from side to side. And when you're ready, extending the legs long, coming into Shavasana. Arms by the side of the body, palms facing up. Tuning in to the breath once again, centering ourselves before we say goodbye. Feeling the breath coming in to the body. And tuning into how that breath just nourishes the whole body. How the body feels when we fully express the breath in and out. Staying here in Shavasana for as long as feels comfortable for you. Thank you all for joining me today for this beautiful flow practice. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day. We'll see you next time. Namaste.